Inside Out works to make Aotearoa a safer place for young people of minority sexes, sexualities and genders. I believe that Rainbow young people had the right to be safe. Inside Out is a national charity that works to support young people of minority sexes, sexualities and genders to have a sense of safety and belonging in their schools and communities. Kia ora, I'm Tabby. I'm the founder and national coordinator of Inside Out, and I'm a Vodafone World of Difference recipient for 2017. We have a wide range of projects that kind of contribute to what we do to make things better in Aotearoa. So some of those are kind of providing resources and support to young people in high schools that work to set up Queer Straight Alliance or Rainbow Diversity groups. We do lots of professional development with people that work with young people to kind of upskill them on sexuality and gender. We run a national hui called Shift, which brings young people from across Aotearoa together to kind of do workshops and be in an environment where they can just be themselves for a few days and also kind of build upon their skills to go back into their own communities and create change. Young people in the Rainbow community in Aotearoa are 5 times more likely to attempt suicide, but also at really high risk for anxiety and depression. Almost half of young people in our community have been bullied at school on a weekly basis, and our statistics show that that hasn't changed in over 10 years, which to me is just horrifying and really shows that not enough is being done to support young people.
We work really closely with suicide prevention organisations. We know that throughout New Zealand, suicide, one of the largest causes of this is lack of connection and feelings of isolation. And that's even more so for young people who identify somewhere along the spectrum.
Like at Shift Hui, for example, which we put on for 3 or 4 days in April every year, and seeing young Rainbow Youth people turning up and for the first time feeling that they were like part of something bigger and coming from a hometown where they didn't have any or very little support, and then just being overwhelmed with the sheer amount of love. The education around what it means to be sexuality and gender diverse was not great. So for quite a while I battled with my own internalised homophobia and then later on my own internalised transphobia, so that prevented me from figuring out who I actually am as a person. And it makes me shudder to imagine how in more rural communities this could be even more of a challenge for a lot of Rainbow youth.
I think the work we do is really important. All the people from Inside Out, we're queer ourselves, we have histories, and we know what it's like being at high school where you feel isolated, disconnected, and you don't feel like you're fitting in with society. I want a world where our relationships are just as equal. I want a world where our gender identities are just as respected, and I want a world where we can just hold each other's hands and walk down the street and there's no questions asked.